Well, I just want to welcome everyone back to our homelands, because we know that Yellowstone was a sacred place and tribes never fought over sacred sites. They defended them. So we stand here together to share this beautiful place, this sacred place, with our relatives, the Tatanka Oyate, the Buffalo Nation. Well, yeah, we're happy to be here. We're happy to represent our people, and we're happy to stand with the rest of the nations to welcome this sacred animal here on Unchimaka. And we send our prayers, and we're happy. We have Arvol from our reservation. His family has taken care of our chanupa, our pipe, for all these years, and he was chosen by the spirits to carry it for our people. And he just doesn't carry it for our tribe, he carries it for all of our people, the Lakota Oyate, the Nakota Oyate, the Dakota Oyate. He does this for everyone.
I'm happy to be here today with our relatives that share this land with Umhula, Mother Earth. We have a relationship to the land here, that our tribes would come here to harvest buffalo. It's our teachings that when we come and gather with one heart, we have medicine. But when many hearts come together, we make big medicine, strong medicine. And that's what we come here to do today, is to share this medicine with the work that is being done here today. For this Kwas Sumich, this buffalo spirit.
We just came here in a good way. We heard that there was a little white buffalo calf that was here, and I wanted to see it too, and I want to feel its blessing for us. Maybe it will renew our beliefs, strengthen our traditions, our cultures, and maybe we can recognize each other as relatives.
We need to get back together as allies with our Arapaho, Waslow, and all the tribes. We got so much that we can do as allies coming back. And we came to honor the Sioux's prophecy of this little calf being born.
The history of the Hithenon, the one who brings the thunder, is the same as the history as the Hinanae, the people, right? We once numbered the 100 million range as the First Nation people, hundreds of millions, and today we are less than 2-3% of the American population. Every land as far as you could see that stretched from coast to coast, peninsula to peninsula, north to south, border to border, there were the Hithena, there were the Hiwachu, there was the Hache, the Wakathi, the grizzly bears, the black bears, the brown bears, the wolves, the bison, the antelope, the deer, millions of wildlife that roam these continents, right? And today, some of them are on the Endangered Species Act list. And so I urge each and every one of you to look at the condition of the places that you are living. Look at the interactions that we have as human beings, because there's something we're missing there. There's something we're missing there. And it's just as simple as sitting underneath the tree, listening to the birds, watching the bees get the honey, and paying attention to these wild animals while they're in their natural habitat, right? So, my message for you all today, and the best way that I could give it, is to be good relatives. Learn who you are, learn where you come from, learn your family stories, because each and every one of you come from somewhere. There was a reason why your ancestors left the land they lived in to come here in this great place that we call home. Then and only then will we truly be living in the forms of being good relatives. So, connect with nature, connect with your mother, connect with your father, connect with your brothers and your sisters, and your sons and daughters and your grandsons and granddaughters. Honor the spirit, And with that, I'd like to thank the Buffalo Field Campaign, all my relatives, my Nacha over there, Arvol Looking Horse, Plamia Yellowware. And I say, be a good relative. Bye. Aho.
You know, we have a lot of work to do. The buffalo need our help. They need our voice. This homeland that we talk so much about, the buffalo need to be there on that homeland. They need to be there doing what they do. This buffalo was born in a time when the world is on fire. It is a time of fire. So we have to do our best to speak for the natural world, to speak for the water, to speak for the mountains, speak for the buffalo, the grizzly bear, and the wolves. We have our work cut out for us because we are part of them as well as they're a part of us. And so it's our honor to hold this gathering today, knowing that we do stand for the only continuously wild herd of buffalo in the United States. You know, we have to use our voice to speak for them because they're here taking care of us.
27 years ago in March, we were able to pull together the first ceremony for these sacred buffalo in Yellowstone. And for years before, I had documented to tell the story of what had been going on here. And I sent that videotape to Rosalie Little Thunder, who worked with the Intertribal Bison Cooperative at the time. She made copies of that video and sent it to all 60 tribes that they represented and worked with at that time. Arvol heard the calling loud and clear and came to Yellowstone, to this pin they have 1.5 miles inside the park. So these buffalo most times can't even leave the park before they get captured. And they were holding 200 buffalo because they had taken so many that year. And Arvol came and we had this beautiful sacred prayer. Lots of people from all walks of life come. And during that prayer, to show you what we're up against, the Montana Department of Livestock decided less than 2 miles away to shoot and kill 12 buffalo during that sacred ceremony. So Rosalie was traditional, right? So she always had a grandkid with her, right? And this little Timmy had looked at the whole situation. He didn't quite understand it. And he's like, "Hey, Grandma." He pulls her on the shirt. "How old you got to be to get arrested?" With those words, Rosalie was old enough. And she walked out and said that prayer. And from that day to this day, 27 years ago, I've had the honor of standing with these buffalo. And those buffalo teach me about unity and about caring for one another and how important. Rosalie, one of her favorite quotes was, "These animals have never forgotten their way. It's us people that forgot ours." And in the deep snows of winter out here in Yellowstone, and they're way back in the park, right? And they come out and they have to walk in single file to plow through these thick winter snows. And they walk in a single line. And when the lead buffalo, he or she gets tired, they step to the side and they let the procession go on. And then they jump in the end where all the work's been gone. But in that lesson, we learn the buffalo as a family, as a herd, share the burden of survival. And when that trail is built back there in Yellowstone in the deep snows, then the deer use it, the elk use it, the wolves use it, because the buffaloes are the protectors of the land, the people, and all the other animals.
This is a very momentous time in our history when this white buffalo calf with black nose, black eyes, black hooves is born at a place called Matho Tipula, by all the surrounding tribes. And today we know it as Devil's Tower. And I hope that we can change it back to Mantrotipula. Because we're in a very spiritual, powerful time right now. They told me the story of the white buffalo calf woman, the beautiful woman that came. And she told the scout, said, prepare a place for me. So the next day, she did come, bring the secret bundle. She lay down, she opened it, there's a red stone in there, and a wooden stem. And this is how I'm going to show you how to pray to the grandfathers, the Great Spirit, the Creator, Uchimaka. Uchimaka is a living spirit. Mother Earth is a living spirit. Before she left, she said, I gave you 7 spiritual wobre, spiritual laws. In time, you shall know more. So the people call her the Sawi, the white buffalo calf woman. And the ceremonies, she told the people, next time I shall return and stand upon the earth as a white buffalo calf with black nose, black eyes, black hoofs, that everything is going to be so sickly. And Mother Earth, Ujimaka, is going to be sick and has a fever. And that's happening right now as we speak. This is a prophecy that has been fulfilled. We're going to see the changes that affect us, the mind, body, spirit. We're going to see a lot of sicknesses and viruses. No more honorable wars. We're going to see false leaders, false prophets. We are at the crossroads. Or we can unite spiritually, all nations, all faiths, one prayer. We can create an energy shift. Here at Yellowstone, the most purest place, the wildest buffalo, and there stood a buffalo calf with black nose, black eyes, black hooves. This is way above us. I'm very happy, but I am very sad that this is happening in our time right now. But at this time, we are here to be with each and every one of you, because this affects the whole world. What is happening right here in Yellowstone is like when you drop a stone in the water and it ripples out. But we're asking people to pray with us, create an energy shift all over the world. That can happen. So the prophecy of the white buffalo calf woman, that we are at the crossroads, it's up to each and every one of you to make it happen. For the future of our children, we must come together and bring that good energy back. We warn that someday you would not be able to control what you have created. And that day is here. We're so honored today that to give a beautiful name to this buffalo. Wakan Gli. return sacred.
Listen to that drum, take it into the sky. Make you laugh, make you cry. Hey, 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 this is what makes it special. This is what we're giving white buffalo calf. Hey.